Hi everyone, welcome to the Patch Notes Rundown. Um, it's been quite a while. There will be a 3 week break after this, so let's get right into it. Brand, less mana restore on passive. E loses 20 damage at max rank. I mean, like the 20 damage is not gonna decide whether you're playing Brand or not. The mana is quite a bit of nerf for lane and support. And jungle is pretty much unchanged. But overall, and bot lane I should say, it's also a nerf for that. But the thing with Brand is he's either really good against the enemy team or he's not. And that's the deciding factor whether you're playing Brand or not. Gangplank is okay, I guess. He's not he hasn't been great ever since they changed his Q to be less obnoxious. So his slow is going slightly up, but it's very minimal if you factor in the crit chance. So yeah, the extra slow amount is not going to change whether you're winning on GP or not. Gragas is losing 1% of his passive. Thing with Gragas is his early lane in a lot of matches isn't that great until he has the CTR and mana to spam the passive, and at that point it doesn't really matter how high the amount is, like a 10% nerf is kind of whatever for that. But yeah, early, especially if the matchup isn't that great for him, can be a bit risky. But if you can manage that, he's still a fine blind pick. Graves isn't that great, especially in the current meta. There's like not a lot of AD junglers that are running around that he can abuse. Lots of mages with dots, which he has a hard time against. Even if he builds Maw, he has a hard time against those. So he's getting some armor. The thing is, while this does make him stronger in spots where he's good, the fact that those spots aren't readily available, and especially since in solo queue you often end up blind picking jungle anyway, he's just a victim of the meta, I'd say. But if the composition is right, he can be very good, especially with this buff. Although I have to say, I mean, you're getting 8 stacks, right? So you're getting like 500 gold when you have it all full stack. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Graves is too situational and not that good in the meta right now, but decent bad by all means. Kalista's losing 2 AD. W is being changed. It's nerfed. Ultimate's getting 10 seconds at rank 1, but it's getting 30 seconds at max rank. So this ability is incredibly good in coordinated play. Um, and yeah, this nerf is mostly geared towards the pro scene, it seems. The thing with Kalista and solo queue is if you have the hands to play Draven, Draven is always better than solo queue, in my opinion. Especially if you don't have a duo, obviously. So yeah, just play Draven or like play something else of the tier list. Karthus losing 2 damage, 3 damage on Q. This is quite big because it used to be 45 at some point. So I mean his item is still really good. Um, I think for bot lane he's still okay. For jungle it's actually also okay still. He's okay still. Like it's a nerf, but he was so good that he's still gonna be fine. Although, like not complete big ban all situations, but still good, very good. Cannon's losing some HP. So the thing with Cannon is, as a generic blind pick, this can affect him. As a counter pick, it doesn't. Um, and it mostly affects him early when he's more susceptible to wins. After he has his ultimate, he's gonna be fine. Cannon in general was a pretty good blind pick if you just want to farm up and yeah, win team fights with flash ult. But um, yeah, I mean 30 HP is quite a lot, but yeah, he's still okay. Lee Sin's actually pretty okay. Problem with Lee Sin was that his items got hit very hard with the Sundered Sky and the Eclipse nerfs. But he's getting okay. So the health growth isn't that big, right? Because at max rank there's like Ruby Crystal, but he's mostly a jungler, so you're not gonna be level 18 that much, and he's mostly an early game champion. The big one is the shield. Like getting 20 shield at rank 1's insane. This is really good. So this actually might make him better in some matchups for lane as well. And the health growth is actually also a bigger buff for lane, so he could become a decent laner again, I guess. But yeah, Lee is pretty good right now. His win rate is always gonna be low just because of the amount of skill required to play him. Uh, Lissandra is getting just buffed. The W buff is huge. 2 seconds shaved off level 1 is pretty big because if you don't have this ability, you're very vulnerable pre 6. If you have it, you can actually be very oppressive and annoying. And you're getting 5% on your Q. 5% isn't all too much because you're maybe only casting this twice in the combo and you don't build that much AP. Because a lot of Lissandras build Zhonya's or some sort of utility as well. But the W buff is nice. In general, Lissandra is a very good solo queue champion, especially as a counter pick. But in general, she's just very good in solo queue. Um, if you want to climb. MF's getting free base AD. That's nice, I guess. The Strut Lockout is also nice, but yeah, I mean it's nice, but everything has been said with those comments. Like, uh, yeah, I mean MF like I either or alt is good with the items or it's not. That's pretty much it. Orianna's getting 4 base AD. This is absolutely massive because this is 10% buff. It's a lot. And Orianna auto attacks a lot. She's very impressive with her auto attack. She outranges a lot of champions, which she can outtrade heavily by auto attacking properly. So yeah, I think Orianna is very strong. Another champ that's very strong, Pantheon. He's getting 10 damage added to his W. This isn't gonna do that much actually because you're not spamming this shit. Skarner is very strong still, but I don't think he's as good as people make him out to be. The 5% damage reduction on his Q is actually a lot because he's lacking heart and damage. Yeah, if he's really fat and he's sitting on top of you with Sunfire, then yeah, he's gonna hurt. But especially with this nerf, this is quite heavy, especially for support as well. But he'll be lacking damage in top and jungle as well, so he's just gonna be an annoying CC bot. He's basically Sejuani without the reliance on your teammates. Yeah, that's pretty much Skarner right now. Which was also kind of the old Skarner, to be honest. Talia, I would say power level wise, he's okay. He's not that oppressive anymore. Talia, this is actually huge nerf because of how often she casts Q. So going from 25 bonus ones nerf to 10 without any AP ratio, this is pretty much gutting jungle Talia. I mean, if she doesn't have a great clear, why are you playing her jungle? So play Talia mid lane because she's a very good mid laner, especially as a counter pick, due to the nature of her pebbles, which stuns dashes. Varus, okay, Varus is a very weird champion, so we're not gonna read the wall of text. He's losing AD, he's losing growth. This hurts both lethality, both on hit. Especially on hit, I'd say. Uh, wow. Okay, his passive is just a rework basically. They're just swapping some numbers around. The damage on the W is going up. The refund's going up. The health. Oh, it's now based on rank. Okay, so you actually need to put points in this. Um, and it's harder to cast it with your Q. Overall, I'd say this is a nerf. Because if you know this is coming, you can try to dodge it. This is the ability that empowers his ranged arrow. So yeah. Uh, I mean, I think even with his nerfs, Varus is still okay. But for solo queue, I think there are better champions. Um, just because I feel like Ashe has more utility. In solo queue, it's very useful. And their champion and versus a mobile. If you're gonna go for an immobile champion while playing solo, I mean, I don't think you're playing solo queue the right way. But even then, I think Kog'Maw Jinx are better if you have the right comp for it. Xayah. Xayah is pretty okay actually. If her ultimate is good. if you're playing her in a spot where ultimate's really good. Otherwise, she's not great. And getting 5 base AD on your Blade car and 1 second cooldown isn't gonna change that. So this does nothing. Zac, so his healing from Brobs go now 1% early. It's based on your ultimate rank, so it's down 1% until you're level 6. And then it stays down until you've maxed it, pretty much. So feels bad because this is for lane Zac because lane Zac is so good. I actually still think lane Zac is playable. He's just more abusable slightly. For jungle, I think there are better junglers. Unless you have a small Champu and you're playing with the Yasuo mid somehow, I don't really see that much of a place for Zac. Uh, Opportunity, very good item. It's getting buffed. Build it. Yeah, just build it. Especially second. For last champions, for example Rengar, it's very good if you build it second, because it's so cheap and it does pretty much everything you need after you've built Hydra. Dark Harvest is getting buffed. Um, I mean the soul damage is almost doubled. Okay, but it doesn't have the scaling anymore for the base scaling. So it's actually an even riskier rune, but it's actually worth, because you need quite a bit of souls for you to match the base damage. So this is even more of a win more rune. So in general, I don't think it's very good. There might be some champions for which it is, but in general, it's actually not that good. Electrocute is getting nerfed as well. Wow, I don't know why. Yeah, you're probably still gonna take it. The nerf isn't that big that you're changing runes, but especially because keystone choice is also often decided by the minor runes, and Red Tree has a lot of really good minor runes for champions that take electrocute. I think Ultimate Hunter, Eyeball, Cheap Shot for some sudden impact as well. Recommended runes. Okay, I don't care about this arena. Yeah, I think that was it, right? Skins, okay. Let's recap. Um, Brand, uh, good for the right, still good for the right comp. Gragas, he's still okay. Kalista isn't that great. Karthus is playable, but not that amazing. Cannon's still alright, especially his counter pick. Skarner isn't that amazing anymore. He's still okay, but not special. Talia's pretty much got the jungle player mid. Zac is also pretty much got the jungle, just play him top. Graves is still good situationally. GP is buff, doesn't do anything. Lee is actually big buff. Might bring lane Lee Sin back. Lissandra's always good mid. MF doesn't matter. Orianna's a very large buff as well. Pantheon doesn't matter. Exile doesn't matter. Varus is small nerf, but pretty much in solo queue I think they're better champions. So yeah, these runes are nerfed. These keystones, you'll probably still take them for the minor runes. Opportunity is a very good item. Build it. It was a good item, still is. So yeah, that was it. See you guys in 3 weeks. Bye.